there really isn't a book like it. Al Gore has a book that just came out recently that is similar, but it's all third-party links. It's got QR codes. It doesn't have the sketches, but it's all third-party things. There's a few books out there that are great, but in terms of there's 48 specific things that feel like they were created for Awake. So as you're going through the book, you don't need any of the films. There's films, there's music, there's a couple galleries, but you don't need any of it to enjoy the book itself. You know, the idea with the book was to make it where it's a standalone. You can, if you don't like technology, if you don't own a smartphone, you don't want to go online, you can just enjoy the stories. But if you want more, if you want those rabbit holes, you want extra access to things, you have 48 opportunities throughout the book to, if you really like a story, to meet the character, to see what happened before, to see the story play out, to see other adventures that happen with those characters. It's a kind of this infinite world where the book doesn't stop at the bindings, and it's just quite it's quite a fun experience, really.
A really good enhancement. It's rather than those third-party links you're talking about, it enhances the story, makes it more than just a book.
Yeah, and there's a lot. I mean, there's nothing wrong with third-party links, but that's kind of, you know, there's a few books that have tried that, and that's great, but that's just kind of like going to YouTube and it's a shot in the dark. Whereas if you have something, if you're really excited about a story and you want to delve deeper, you know, there's some characters, you know, that I talk about in these stories that are just the most amazing people that I can imagine in this world, that I've had the opportunity to spend time with making documentaries, and in Haiti after the earthquake, and in Antarctica filming a sitcom, but like diverse and strange stories, but with these people that are the fact that I had an opportunity to meet them and spend time with them really changed my life. So to be able to bring those experiences to others in a very practical way, where it's not just reading some words on paper or hearing me talk, it's kind of this whole interactive experience around it. It was just a really fun opportunity. For somebody creating a book like this, I think when I look at Awake now, it's only been out for a few months, but you know, I spent a couple of years creating it. I think I probably went overboard. There's 48 links in it. It probably would have been
You can never go overboard with that.
I think it might have been a tighter book if there was maybe, you know, 30. I think there's a few, like you said, there's a few where I think that if people really enjoy the story, they can go and they can see me, you know, if it's just me talking, because a few of the links are just me talking. I tried to film them in such a way that they were at least not boring, you know, at a good location or 2 or 3 cameras, but still, you know, there's probably 10 or 12, and unless I don't know that everyone who reads the book will watch every link, which is fine. I think that's absolutely fine, and people who want to go deeper can. So maybe you're right. Maybe I didn't go overboard, but I feel like if in the next one that I create, which I'm working on now, I want every link to be very meaningful, as opposed to, you know, hey, wow, I can have more links. I want every link to really add a lot, as opposed to just be an interesting rabbit trail. But that might just be where I'm at now.
That's actually a really fantastic point, in the fact that just because you can do it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to add something extra to what you're trying to say.
You know, I look at now and they're sweet and they're nice, but they weren't necessarily warranted. But part of that was how I sold the book. Was I came in with this, you know, initially it was 75 links, and I cut it down to 48. But when I was sitting with the publisher, I showed them the trailer, and then I showed them a bunch of other links and told the stories around them and gave them a little bit of a writing sample, and that was it. So we're always thinking more is better at the very beginning, but as I'm creating new products now, it's and I think that's just the journey that I think it's not a bad thing, but I'm just kind of figuring out that sometimes less is more.